the set. Rolling. And action.
The king of the kitchen, the ruler of recipes, the prince of potatoes and other vegetables. Here's Scott.
Welcome to Cooking with Scotch. I'm Scotch McScotch, and today is a very special day. It's all about grapefruit. And before I get to grapefruit, I have some big breaking news. I, yours truly, that would be me, was today officially inducted into the Scotchland Culinary Institute Hall of Fame. That's pretty big news. And to honor me, I was awarded a chef's coat with Chef Scotch written right on it. However, it was conditional. And I can respect that, because to tell you the truth, I'm not really a chef. I cook like one.
Oh, please, stop. You are not a chef.
Yeah, okay, all right, I'm not a chef, and sometimes I don't even cook like one. We got this new truth monitor. It's called the Voice from Above, and sometimes I exaggerate, and I admit that, and if I exaggerate too much, then the voice from above lets me know. My status in the Scotchland Culinary Institute Hall of Fame is conditional, and it's conditional on me wearing this name tag, an honorary chef badge. I got no problem with it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to peel a grapefruit, and then I'm going to section the grapefruit so we just have the edible sections, and then we're going to talk about some things that we can do with this grapefruit. So let's get started. So the first thing that we really want to do is we want to make sure we get these labels off, and we want to give these a good bath in the sink. I mean, scrub them down with a brush. And another thing that we want to do is we want to dry these off. Now believe me, this is going to be a juicy operation. I take 9x13 glass baking pan. Inside it, I put a cutting board. Now in this operation, I use 3 different knives. I use a chef knife, I use a fillet knife, and I also use a steak knife. And I'll show you how those 3 really make this process go fast. Now there are several different parts to a knife, and each part has a name. There's only 2 parts that we need to concentrate on when we're explaining how to section a grapefruit, and that would be this top part, which is not sharp. This is called the spine. The part that is sharp right here, and I'm not going to run my finger across it, that's called the edge. Maybe you've heard of a double-edged sword. Well, this is a single-edged knife. As I explain the sectioning process, I'm going to say cutting edge down, then I flip the knife and I bring the cutting edge up. To peel this grapefruit, I'm going to cut the north pole and the south pole off. Now these parts, the north and the south pole, we're going to save because we have something that we're going to do with that. Now to peel this grapefruit, I'm going to start in right here where the white part meets the grapefruit. And then I'm going to follow the curve of the grapefruit by twisting the knife so that it cuts all the way to the bottom.
Hey!
And the object of this operation is to get rid of all of this white part and leave only the fruit that we want to eat. And notice how the knife goes in at this angle and then finishes up cutting inward towards the center. And there's going to be a lot of juice in this glass baking dish when we're all done. But take a look. There's almost no white. Here's a little bit. Okay, the chef knife can take that out. And if I think that, I need the fillet knife to trim that up, any parts, this one comes in handy. So we're going to do number 2. Okay, so now we want to start sectioning these off. And you can see that there is membranes that divide the section. So all we want to do is select one membrane, and I go on the right side of the membrane with the cutting edge down, and I'm going to go in till I think I'm almost at the center but not quite. All right? Then very carefully, I'm just going to try to push that section out by twisting the knife up. And the section pops out. And then here we have a good membrane. So I'm going to put this knife in just underneath that membrane and pull it up, sliding it back and forth a little bit, and then pull that membrane back. Put my finger in and pluck out the section. And as you get the hang of it, you can really get through this stuff rather quickly. And we have this, which I'm going to call the skeleton. For right now, we're just going to leave the skeleton in that corner. And let's tackle number 2. Find a good membrane. So we want to get these sections over to this bowl. We can now remove the cutting board, and we just want to use our hand and just squeeze all the juice out of the skeleton. We're going to put the skeleton in with the peels. So we want the juice, but not the seeds. Well, now that we have done that work, we can enjoy the sections of these grapefruit. Some sections, juice, some artificial sweetener. And to me, this is the best part. That is very good. So juicy, so sweet. Now another thing that I like to do is I like to make grapefruit ice cubes, because in the summer when it's hot, you just want to have a nice, cool and refreshing drink. Grapefruit juice does it. So the way to make these ice cubes, the mini blender, and then we're gonna put the Ninja top on there. Perfect.
It's not perfect.
Well, it's perfect enough.
It's not perfect.
Okay. Maybe it's not perfect, but it's perfect enough. This is a silicone ice cube tray. And we want to fill up as many of these as possible. We're going to put the lid on and we can put this right in the freezer. So here's a tray of grapefruit ice cubes, frozen previously. We're going to twist these up. It's cold. The ice cube is cold, but it's good. To make the grapefruit Scotchland, which is a drink that I invented.
You did not invent it.
I pretty much invented it. I mean...
You didn't, and you know it.
Well...
Come on, Scotch.
Okay, Harvey gave me the idea, but I invented it.
No, you didn't.
Maybe Harvey invented it. Are you satisfied now? We're going to take some triple sec and pour that right over. You know, triple sec has a lot of citrus flavor to it, orange and... Hey Harvey, you got any grapefruit music? Yes, I do. Go! Shake, shake, shake. Shake your grapefruit. Shake your grapefruit. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your grapefruit. Shake your grapefruit. Now that's probably the best dance anybody has ever seen in Scotchland.
Grande ridiculoso.
Alright, maybe second best. Yeah,
What about Harvey?
Harvey's dance was good too. Hey, Grapefruit Scotchland. That's a song I invented.
Oh, really?
Alright, Hart? Okay, so Harvey invented the song too. And we're going to put just a few fresh grapefruit in there. And that, my friends, is the Grapefruit Scotchland. Here's to ya. Here, here. Here, 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 here. Ooh. Ooh. That's good. You know, these grapefruits are grown right here in Scotchland.
They are not, and you know it.
Well, they're not grown. They're grown near Scotchland, all right?
Where?
A couple thousand miles away. It's not too far. The way things can move nowadays, a couple thousand miles, that's nothing. Get on an airplane. And you might want to dress it up a little bit. I'd like to make a toast for one reason, and that's to get on the good side of the voice from above. So, here's to you, voice from above. Here, here. Here, here. Here, here. Here, here. Now the rest of these ice cubes we're going to put back in the freezer. Now the next thing that we want to do is we want to utilize the rind and also the skeleton. All right. So we're going to boil them up. And I like to use spring water for this. There's no chlorine in it. And we want to add just enough water to cover them up. If you notice, these actually float. So I use this and push it down underneath, below the water. And I'm going to put a lid on it. Transfer this to a hot plate, and we want to bring this to a boil, and then we want to simmer it for possibly 1, 2, maybe 2 hours is enough. And then what I like to do is I like to put that in the freezer. And then in the wintertime, if I feel like, oh, I have a little congestion or cold coming on, I can drink that hot, like hot tea. And breathe it in, the vapors, oh, it's going to be good. Well, these peels and the skeletons, they have been simmering. They're still a little warm, but it's cool to the touch. This liquid that's in here is voila, as they say in Mozambique.
Not in Mozambique.
Some people in Mozambique say it.
It's French.
Voila, it's mainly French. Okay, you got me. Okay, now we need to strain this out. That's looking pretty good. You know, in fact, I think I'm going to have a cup of this right now. Let's mix it up. That is so bitter. It's not sweet grapefruit juice, I'll tell you that. Okay, so I'm going to add some honey. This honey is going to change that taste and make it taste like something you should drink when you have a cold. Much improved, but I'm going to go for more. Well, tastes pretty strong, but you know it's not bad. So let's fix up a cup here, and I'm going to pour in a little bit of this stuff. All right, now to complete this, I'm going to put a cinnamon stick in there. Here's to you. Oh. Swallow it down. Spin me around. So we're going to transfer this to some of these little containers that we will freeze. And in the wintertime, we can warm these up. Label these just GF for grapefruit. You know, one time the Queen of Scotchland was here. She was poking her nose in the freezer. I hate that.
Hate is a strong word.
I think my freezer is personal space. Okay? The Queen doesn't have to go looking in the freezer. Well, the Queen saw this GF and she says, Scotchy, who's your GF? Who's your girlfriend? You know, the Queen has a crush on me. What can I say? I am adorable.
Adorable. Oh, please.
I'm a little bit adorable, okay? Not totally. I would say maybe 80% adorable.
Lower.
65?
Lower.
50-50?
Okay, 50-50.
That's all right? Okay. Into the freezer. Stay healthy, my friends.
Here, here. Here, here. Here, here. Here, here. Here, here.